Hey guys, Scott Fishman here in St. Louis this time. We were at SummerSlam just a couple months ago, and a lot has changed with you and your career. Just talk about just what is it like to kind of have the ball and have the confidence from the company to kind of start to cut promos, to really break out with your character.
It's super nice, but it's also extremely terrifying because they just keep putting these new challenges in front of me, and I'm just kind of like, okay, I can do this, I can handle this, everything's fine, don't panic. But somehow I just keep hitting it, like, I don't want to sound conceited, but like hitting it out of the park and, you know, gaining the trust and gaining momentum, and then, you know, hopefully they just keep setting me up and I keep knocking them out and just keep setting them up. So, I mean, I hope that's the trajectory that we're on. Yeah, it feels pretty cool.
So you talk about just being, you know, that being terrified live TV. Was there a particular promo or part of a match that you were particularly nervous about when they told you that you were feeling it?
Yes, I was absolutely terrified for the promo before the tag match. Was it 2 weeks ago in Raw? Because that was my first in-ring promo. I'd never done an in-ring promo before. Like, the thing is, right, because I kind of skipped NXT, there's so many things that I'm just like learning as I go. Like, I never had the experience of really like talking to the crowd like on a mic, other than like way back in the indies and stuff like that. But it's a little bit different from like indie shows to like, you know, thousands of people around you and then millions of people watching you in the camera at home. So I was like, oh my god, I hope I don't mess this up. But it went really well. And I just try to like have a calm confidence. Like, I'm always super nervous, don't get me wrong, but I try and like harness that nervousness. When I'm not nervous, I'm excited. Right? Yeah.
Put that in your head.
Yeah, and it helps shift the energy. And you know, like, please try at home if you have like a big event or something you need like to be on the ball for. You're not nervous, you're excited.
I love that. But I mean, you know, there was such, you know, when you were cutting the promo, you know, there was a lot of anger and there was a lot of feelings that a lot of people would think that one might have if you were in that situation. So how much of that were you drawn from your real life and your career, and like moments maybe in your career where things didn't go the way that you thought they would?
It's always good to try and like talk from a place of honesty, I think. Like, although in wrestling, you know, portraying characters and stuff, I think if you can make it as real and relatable as possible, it's better for the people that are watching because they can relate to these real life situations. And so, like, always try and like speak from the heart, and you know, whether you know you would necessarily be like super angry about this situation or whatever, that would be how you deal with it. It's how you're dealing with it right now. But I think it helps make it like more real for the people at home, and like makes it easier for you, because if you're it's like if you don't ever tell any lies, you don't have to remember anything. You know, that same kind of thing. Like, if you're just speaking from the heart and saying how you truly feel, then it comes out easier. Yeah, absolutely. It just sounds a lot less contrived, which is, you know, the aim of the game.
And you know, one who has found success being, you know, very authentic has been Becky Lynch. Someone who's been, you know, everyone loves and thinks is great on the microphone and is known for her promos, and you're kind of bouncing off of her. So talk about just what you've been getting out of that experience, and what is it like working in that situation?
It's been awesome getting to see how she works, because like being super new and stuff, like when we get, you know, oh, this is your promo and this is what you're going to say, and then you read it and you're like, oh, I wouldn't say this is awful. But like, it's nice to see when somebody has the confidence to just kind of like, okay, well, this is my main points, and so I know what I'm trying to get across, and kind of like be able to improvise and go off of that. It's cool because it, like, you know, it made me a bit more like, okay, we can just kind of like be a little loose and go with the flow, and you know, as long as we're hitting our main points. And I think it's just like a practice, you know, you just have to like steadily gain the confidence. And I think like the more practice you have in it, the more you do it, the more confident you get, and then the better things are going to be, and you know, just have a better performance overall.
And I think a real breakout moment or match for you everyone's going to talk about is your work with Bianca Belair. that one moment where she's hosting you up her shoulder to show the true power. I just remember the reaction, the fans just standing in unison, watching that moment. So tell me what it was like to kind of work with. You guys seem to have that natural chemistry, and just working against each other, where she's this big, strong powerhouse, and you're the super heavy coming out after. And you don't see that a lot in women's wrestling these days. So talk about bringing that to the forefront of WWE television.
I loved all of my matches with Bianca, and I hope we get to have many, many more. It was extremely different for me because I'm usually the big person in the match, but that girl is just quintessential athlete, and like she's such a powerhouse, and she moves so fast, and like I'm just in awe of her work all the time. So yeah, it was real different for me because usually I'm the one that's throwing people around and crashing into people, but she was throwing me around and picking me up, and I was like, oh, this is different. And then, like, I don't know if you'll be able to see, like, I'm not the greatest person with heights, right? So I should clarify, if it's a height that if I fall from it I will die, it's fine. So roller coasters, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. But if it's a height where if I fall, I may slightly hurt myself and be in pain, I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. So when she picks me up, like, I'm gripped onto her face, I'm holding on like, ah!
Now that you said that, I think now they're gonna be like, okay, you're gonna be in a ladder match.
Honestly, that's my absolute worst nightmare. Genuinely, like the day will come. You're totally right. The day will come, but you're gonna see me get halfway up a ladder and go, I don't want to do it.
Lastly, just obviously, where Rumble is this big opportunity. It's not just any show, and you're getting this first title opportunity on a big show. What does it kind of mean for you and your confidence? I mean, how are you preparing for that? Just that moment to be in that big show, but also heading into WrestleMania. It's kind of put in your head like, maybe some things that I never thought was possible. It's all happening right now.
So I've actually been doing like a lot of different levels of preparation for this show. I had to do a lot of preparation for my body and getting myself right, and the traveling's been hard and stuff like that. So trying to recover from that has been effort, but also I've had to do a lot of mindset work, like get myself in the right frame of mind, because this is all very new for me, and I think a lot of people forget that. Like I'm really just trying to take all of these new things in my stride, which is really difficult, and and to not get in your own head and psych yourself out is a massive task in itself. So I've been doing a lot of work, and I haven't a coach that helps me like this kind of stuff, but she has kind of helped me like, this is your new normal, this is the life that you wanted, and this is where you want to be, and so it's not uncomfortable because this is by design, this is where you're supposed to be, and helping me change so I kind of seen the match at first like constriction, and then I have to get ready for this, and then she helps change my mindset to I am ready for this, and it's not an obstacle, it's an opportunity. So that's what
I love the wording and the perception of that. It's really great.
Honestly, I think perception is absolutely 100% key in this game, and if you have struggles in your everyday life, it's not an obstacle, it's an opportunity.
Love that. Well, it's amazing to see how your career trajectory has changed or gone up. Since everyone's like, oh my God, Doudrop, the name Doudrop is going to happen. But you've really made it your own, so that's just a testament to you, I think, as a performer. So,
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thanks, Scott.
All right, thank you.